Cool. I think we should be good. We good? I think we're good. Just double check everything's all up and fine. Obviously, we can't stream on TikTok because they basically shafted us, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Okay, so that one's fine. What about the main channel? Are we good? Other than the advert. Wow, man, 3 adverts just for me to start watching the stream, on my own stream. I need to know if it's actually playing or not. But it's only like 5 seconds anyway. Okay, it is. Right, cool. Troth, how are we, mate? You good? How's things? How's your day been? Okay. Alright, let's go. We'll try push for... We'll go 3-6. We'll see where we're at. But yeah, we'll see where we're at for 3-6. I'm doing well, mate. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Not too bad. Not too bad. Tired. I'll tell you that. Bad. But mate, I felt fine when I got in. I was like, oh, I'm not too hungry. And then all of a sudden, I just had the urge to want to eat everything. And I'm just like, oh no. Normally I do dinner when I get in, but I settled for a sandwich. To be honest, I think I might try stream longer today and get as much done because I'm not live tomorrow. Unless it's going to be a later stream. But I think I might take tomorrow off just to chill out. Get more COD content recorded. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. To be fair, I think we should be okay. I think we could probably stick to this like 2-hour stream today. And then just do a 2-hour stream tomorrow, but it will start later. Potentially. Yeah. Any idea about the Switch 2 yet? What do you mean? Like, getting it? I'm going to get it, but I need the shiny Charmander first. And then I can consider swapping over my stuff. But yeah. But the thing is, I did my maths wrong. Because of, obviously, it was set up in dollars, weren't it? So, with it being set up in dollars, obviously YouTube take their cut and things like that. YouTube take their cut, and then because dollars is less in pounds. No, dollars is more than pounds, but yeah. But it's all good. For the most part, we're okay. Oof, God, that's hot. See, because it's near the end of the financial tax year, I don't know whether to obviously wait until April, or the end of April, but it depends. Because obviously, if apparently Pokemon Champion is supposed to be releasing on March the 25th, which is next week on my birthday. Again, apparently. So it'd be funny if Master Duel released on my birthday and Pokemon released on my birthday, and it's just kind of like 2 main games, you know. Don't get me wrong, I've got other Pokemon projects I want to work on, but once I've got the shiny Charmander, we can kind of like switch it up and things like that, you know. Obviously, we still do the shiny badge quests, it just wouldn't be as consistent. But as long as I'm uploading Master Duel content, that makes me happy. I'll live stream Pokemon, upload Yu-Gi-Oh, you know. Obviously, if any member duels, I'll post as member-only content type thing. But yeah. Obviously, I'm trying to... it feels nice that I have more of a clear path of where I'm headed when it comes to content now, as well. But it depends on how often you're going to play the Switch too, you know what I mean? See, I'll play it a lot now because of, like, I've ordered Pokopia, you know, shout out to Matchsticks for their... Don't get some virus going to take over the world this time. What do you mean? Oh, COVID. I was well confused then. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm starting to feel like it's meant to... It's a sign type thing to be playing certain games, you know. With... If Champions releases on my birthday, then that'd be gassed as well, man. That'd be sick. But yeah, man, the thing is, I have heavily contemplated this, like, because obviously I don't think I'm gonna upload. It's a difficult one because I don't. Obviously, when Pokemon Champions releases, I want to record and post as much content as I can. You know, so the ideal plan is to post all the Yu-Gi-Oh shit on here as uploads, post all the Pokemon content on the Kuraiuma plays. Ideally, I might just turn it back to Kuraiuma Pokemon and then play the kind of games that are outside of the niche on this channel anyway. So like Resident Evil and whatnot. But then again, I'm or I could put the... Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I could just... I don't know what I'm on about, mate. I don't know. Honestly, the support Styx has given this channel, you know, is insane. Like, obviously, it's kind of secured the future of the channel in terms of, like, you know, the Switch 2, Pokemon battles, Pokemon Champions. We can now look forward to, like, Fire Emblem. We can look forward to, obviously, ZA. I will finish ZA as well at some point. I don't know if I'll do it off camera or on camera, but yeah. But at the moment, Pokopia is obviously the kind of go-to. But I think once I've got the shiny Charmander, I'll buy the Switch 2. And then we'll go Pokopia as well. But, yeah. The only downside is I don't want it to be that kind of... Well, to be honest, as long as the people who enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Are still getting their uploads, we should be fine. You know what I mean? Not a case of it being the end of the world type thing. But the good thing about playing Pokemon as well, especially when Champions releases, I can live stream it as well as on the other channel and also take content. I would take clips from the live stream and turn them into videos. So, yeah. It does seem weird not having TikTok chat, though. Seems really strange for me. To be honest, man, at this point, you know what I mean? It is really shocking. I keep saying how surreal it is, but it is helped out. Like, I'd understand if I was going to spend it on something outside of the channel, but everything that's invested into this channel is mainly for this channel regardless. How are you, Bloss? You good? I'm hoping that you're able to get it soon. I'm hoping I'm like... I'd still think I'm getting it about 5, 6. At a push. Yeah. So if I potentially start live streaming Nuzlocke and stuff like that again on the channel, then I will look at implementing, obviously, mascot Pokemon again. But for the most part, I'd probably rather just name it after members anyway. Saves me keeping track of what Pokemon they want to be as and stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. I was talking about gambling. I was talking about the casino and stuff. Food's stuck in my tooth, man. But I'm trying to plan a schedule for this week because we're on Monday anyway. So after today's stream, I'm going to look at potentially either recording a couple of videos of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or trying to get some more Call of Duty recorded. Really? They get funny about vaping on TikTok? I didn't know that. That's crazy. Oh, I just realised I'm blocking chat with this. Lol. Bear with me. It's not the image I'm looking for. Yeah, that'll do. I'm actually so excited they made a 4A compatible with Switch. The first Pokemon game I played was Alpha Sapphire when I was in middle school, so I've never played the older gens. That's crazy, man. Man, I started on Pokemon Yellow. One of the first original generations. But there are a lot of Pokemon games I do want to play. Just finding the time for them at the moment. I gotta lie, this game gets me sleepy, man. I think it's solely for the fact it's relaxing. I haven't got the racket from obviously the wall in my ear, but you know, the casual Professor Oak music. Nice and relaxed. Three, 4, 4. Oh, my bad. Mother text. I was just saying to Mum, I've got a couple of deliveries coming. So, I get my stuff delivered to hers. The problem is if no one's at the flat, it's kind of, yeah, shit. I kind of wish. Oh, I don't know, actually. I don't think it's impossible. Probably could set it up. Nah, I'll be alright. That's fine. What's everyone been doing today anyway? You lot been doing much? Tell you what, it's crazy how much my eyes are drifting. Problem is, I don't want to get too sleepy and then things hit the fan and then we end up resetting on a proper shiny. Okay, bold nature. Bold nature. Alright, that's alright then. At least your class was online. How's your shiny hunt going? God, excuse me. I told Mum the other day, I was just like, you know, obviously, she was just like, oh, well, at least obviously it's going towards the channel and stuff, so, you know what I mean? All the money I make on YouTube goes back into the channel anyway. You know what I mean? I have to listen to some bloody music or something in the background. I won't. Oh. I kind of wish there was an easier way for me to click the button. I know it's only a tap of the mouse and I'm being very lazy, but yeah, that's the tired side kicking in. It's amazing how when you just get on with something, your whole attitude about it changes as well. Like when you just get on with it with no problems. Worth it. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm really sleepy, man. I don't know why. I think because I've eaten and had a cup of tea, I might. I might have to start having a sleep before streaming. I'm getting adamant so much, yeah, and watch. I'm hoping that I can get adamant on thingy as well. On Shiny Charmander when it eventually appears. How are you, Alejandro? You good? How's things? I apologise to the people watching, man. Like, I apologise if I'm making you sleepy as well, but I didn't realise how tired I actually was. God, I need to wake up a bit, man. The thing is, it's very easy to do because you're tapping A that much as well. It's not a case of you not pushing it numerous amounts of times. But the grind must go on. No matter how much I yawn, no matter I go to fall asleep, the grind must go on. Can't even keep my eyes open. Okay, I'm still on this hunt. I'm at 1613 for the shiny Charmander. Man, I'm pushing nearly 4k.
Stand by 1/2.
Well, matchsticks. Literally, you could just say hi. You don't have to. You could just say hi. I would be content with hi. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Stand by 1/2.
And done. Heart.
You're too good, man. You really are too good. You're amazing. You know that, right? Genuinely. Like, you didn't need to, you know what I mean? You've obviously gave me enough, you know what I mean? Like, I know it goes towards the channel and everything. But yeah. Thank you. Genuinely. Oh, actually, to be fair, I don't know if you saw the message in the community tab. I actually did try and message you on Throne, but it wouldn't let me. So initially, that pack that you'd obviously bought, they had an issue because they didn't have my address in there. So I eventually updated it to have my address, and then I then got another notification saying that there was a problem with the delivery. Which I'm assuming because it's an older pack, it could be hard to get hold of and things like that. So they cancelled it, type thing. Well, it said an issue or type thing. So it was either I could refund the money to you or refund it back into something else. So I put it towards Poketopia. Yeah. Because I was sat on it this morning and I was just like, okay, do I wait? And it's because I wanted to message you to see if you wanted the refund back type thing. Because the obviously item wasn't there type thing. I'm trying to think of how to explain it. But yeah. Mate, honestly, Matchsticks is the name of every starter at this point. Genuinely. There's no argument. For as long as we play Pokemon, Matchsticks would be the starter Pokemon name. And the starter Pokemon will get to the Elite Four. Honestly, I appreciate it though, like massively. But how are you anyway? How are you doing? Like you've clearly put a smile on my face again. But yeah, how are you? I think the only thing that kind of, I wouldn't say sucks, but kind of stinks, is YouTube taking 30%. And that's the kind of thing that sucks. So for every 100, they take 30. So I was like, ah, damn. But yeah. To be honest, I never really thought much about it, like in terms of what percentage they take, because I've never really noticed it much, you know what I mean? It's a great Monday, and yeah, now I know about Thrones, I'm going to use that more. Yeah. Thrones is decent. Like, obviously, I had it, well, I put it up there, but it's really just to throw stuff on for me and Ashton, like for Christmas and things like that. But yeah. So that way, whenever Ashton sees something, I can throw it on there. Even, like, obviously for other people and for myself, you know what I mean? You just text me. Someone's just text me. My mother. Just ordered blind for Ashton. We'll collect Thursday or maybe tomorrow. Yeah, Mum's literally just had 2 hip replacements, yeah. And now she's obviously having to go for an x-ray on her knee. And I'm just like... Damn. You know what I mean? I used all my holiday for this year for her 2 hip replacements. And I don't know what the recovery time is for a knee replacement or, like, whatever she ends up having. But yeah, she's going to turn into a fucking robot, man. She'll be pulled to the side in an airport. Are you carrying any firearms? No, it's just my 2 hips, my kneecap. You know, I don't want to joke and say her shoulder, but, you know, yeah. Yeah, you can put Discord in the chat. To be fair, it should be in the stream description, I believe. Because I did try to find matchsticks on the Discord, and I couldn't, and I was thinking, oh, man. You know what I mean? The only thing with Thrones, it's very limiting. I'd say limiting. It's not limiting, because you can obviously add any Amazon item to it and that. But yeah. Because Ashton goes to me, goes, Dad, I want to get a phone case. And I was just like, well, I'll order one, you know what I mean? I obviously said, if you want a new phone case, it's fine, because this one's currently broken. I was just like, yeah, that's fine, I'll get you one. Don't worry about it. But yeah. Then, to be fair, it needs a new cover thing as well. But I always get curious to what people... Like, obviously, there's other people I've seen with Thrones, so I go on their thing, and it's funny when you see the random stuff people put on there. Like, cutlery and dishes. Like, it makes me laugh, because I'm thinking, I never thought of that, because I only think from, like, a promotion business side of it. You know what I mean? So anything that can help, obviously, benefit and improve the channel is what I want to focus on this year anyway. You know what I mean? So obviously, Pokemon Champions potentially comes out 25th of March. Ideally, I don't want it to come out that early. I kind of wouldn't mind it pushed to at least April 6th, maybe. Or April 8th. Just so that way I've got enough time to get the stuff I want done on the channel prior. But yeah. The thing is, I don't... Yeah. But yeah, man, I kind of need to get ahead on the content recording front, so that way we can focus on streams more. Sassy, I think that's the first time I've actually seen Sassy, like, of the Charmander. But yeah, if we... Because obviously tomorrow, because I might not be streaming, because obviously a parents' evening and stuff like that, I might use it to either get ahead on recordings or plan around all the games we want to bring to the channel, because obviously you've got to take into account we've got Pokepia as well to play, we've got this to play, we've got Champions to play, and we've got possibly Requiem, courtesy of Mr. Troth. What else is there? Cyberpunk I want to play, but I might have that on my, you know, sat on the couch thing. But So yeah. Just trying to think. I need to order a memory card, actually, as well. Oh my god, I can't even spell Pokemon right. Young person can't spell Pokemon right. Come on, man. Come on. If you're going to troll the chat, at least troll harder. God. God. Oh. It's a funny time, man. It's a funny time. Do 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 do. Oh my god, this guy can't even spell. It's kind of disappointing. Come on, man. It. Please think before you type, because you're making yourself look a bit stupid. In the nicest way possible. Alright. Yeah, I know. That's it. It is a funny, it's always funny because that's what they always say when they come into stream. Like, it's not as often, but like, there's always the one person who goes, grown man playing Pokemon, or old man playing Pokemon. And it's like, mate, I was a kid when you would approach the old man in Viridian City. Yeah? And I am now that old man that blocks the way. So funny because I remember I was obsessed with the Pokemon movie, yeah. But it wasn't even the Pokemon movie, it was the introduction. So before the Pokemon movie started, they always had this like old, I say old, it wasn't even old, it was like new Pokemon games being shown. And I used to get so gassed, I can't remember what it was. There was an... I know Pokemon Pinball came up. Then I know there was Pokemon Pinball came up. And then something else, but Pokemon trading card game, like obviously if you're playing the original Game Boy Color version, yeah, like that was gas as well. That was sick. I like that. But yeah, I remember getting the first base set, and you used to get the actual how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, how to play Pokemon. Bruh, man, come on, speak English. Yeah. This has got to be the worst troll in it. Like, genuinely, if every person who could have trolled me in chat, you know, Dusty Bones. Oh my god, what are you, like 6 years old? You need to go get your mum's... Yeah, I ain't going to go for it down that road. But yeah, go get some milk from your mama. And I remember that advert, and it had really catchy music for the film. Mate, I will never forget as well the there was a they had the Pokebus advert as well, where Pikachu got on a bus. How are you, Sam? You doing okay? Bruv, oh my god. You're just taking words from the back of a cereal box right now, man. Know what I mean? This has got to be the worst troll in existence. I'm out here trying to get excited about this person trolling me. I'm like, okay, troll me, let's go. And it's like, Dusty Bones. And the worst part is they retyped it and added old as well. Dusty Old Bones. How is that? What are you, 6? Yeah, we've got a troll. But they're not trolling very hard, personally. Look, go rally your bloody kindergarten friends and get them to jump in as well, yeah? And you can all, like, throw basic words at me. I'm doing good, dude, yourself. I'm doing well, thank you. Not too bad, you know. I'm feeling a bit tired today, but other than that, I'm feeling okay. I can find the advertisement you're on about. No, well, the Pokebus was an advert because it introduced the Pokemon games. But, like, I don't even know what I'm going to have to get the videotape out or something because I don't even think I've even got a video player. But there's... The thing is, it weren't even a song. It was just... It was like a montage of, like... But it would have been early Pokemon games. And I used to love it. I used to be so gassed by seeing, like, these Pokemon games. I remember... I wanted Pokemon trading card games so much, yeah. And, oh my god. Well done, mate. You're slowly getting there. You're on an E grade at the moment. Try to get you to an A grade. Keep trying. But I remember there was this lad who had Pokemon trading card game, and I tried bagging him with him. I was like, I'll swap these 3 games for your 1 game. Just trying my best to try and... I said, look, I'll give you this Game Boy. I'll give you these 3 games. I just want to get the Pokemon game. And he wouldn't give it up. And I'm like, I want it. But yeah, I never got it in the end. I don't even know. Like, all I remember is me and my brother used to share a bunk bed in the bedroom, yeah? And I used to have it on the TV. There were 2 things that I remember from sharing a room with him. There was Outcast, Hey Ya. If you get to about halfway through, he starts doing this whole like type sound or whatever it is. And I remember saying to my brother, I was just like, yo, shut the fuck up with that noise before I knock you out, like type thing. And now, after years, I didn't realise it was part of the song. I was just saying now, but this was probably about 10 years ago when I figured it out, when I heard the song and I heard it, and I'm like, yo, I accused my brother of making that noise, and it's actually part of the song. But it's such a weird sound. You know what I mean? But it just... I found it. I'm going to put it in Discord. I'm going to have a look. Discord chat room. I don't think this was it. I don't know. It's loading. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. I'm singing a different song. I'm singing Generation 2. In the very best. I don't think this was it. But it... Oh, it's just... I got a big smile at Pokemon Pinball, man. I don't care, man. Classic Pokemon games were peak, man. Let me see if I can find it. Pokemon movie. I think it was 2000. Nah, 2000 was Entei, weren't it? Pokemon movie. Commercial adverts. I don't even know what it would come under. Sneak preview of the second movie. Mate, I didn't even know it even said that. Oh, mate, Pokemon's gas, man. It is fucking sick. Right, mate, I completely forgot about this Mewtwo card. I ain't even joking. I am going to be honest, I have never played Pokemon Stadium. Like, story. Never played it. November 19th. Pokemon, the first movie. Maybe it was the advert that you selected, Troth. Oh my god, it definitely was. Oh my god. It's that noise. It's that noise at the end where it goes. That bit. I don't know what it was. I don't know where the whole.
Sunday's calling.
It must have been that video. Yeah, it is the money dude app. That's the troll, but he ain't doing much, so yeah, it's not really a troll, it's just the kid saying, old man. Old man playing an old game. But yeah. Mate, when that shit used to come on, man. I'm gonna have to revisit some of the classic Pokemon games, man. Just, oh, it's gas, man. I love it. You know, the thing is, it's just... It's strange that the people that sit there... How are you, Scouse? You alright? There's people that genuinely sit there and go, I'm gonna sit in this man's stream and try and troll him. You know what I mean? It's so strange. Like, this person's basically, you know... He would never survive in a COD lobby. You know what I mean? Kind of person where you'd be like, oh yeah, I don't know, you'd come out with something. I don't really want to insult a kid. You know what I mean? But, you know. Hey, money, introduce me to your mum. I can be your daddy. I'm that old, mate. Hey, your mama said hi. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's a harmless little fly, you know what I mean? Just buzzing around in the chat. Is that it? Come on, man. I just said you can introduce me to your mum, and that's all you got, dusty old bones. Damn. Well, your mum must be a fucking relic, mate. Tell you what, if she was in Pokemon, I'd revive her. She could be my Kabuto anytime. How are you, Scouse? You okay? The bucket fossil, man. Nah. Once chat starts popping up, it's a bit more lively, you know what I mean? I'm doing well, thank you, Cristiano. How are you? Are you okay? I was just expecting more of a, you know, a show from them. Like, if you're gonna come in trolling, just troll me. Saying old and that's it. It's a bit like, oh, come on, man. Like, bully me on my hair or something, you know what I mean? Bully me on something. I don't freaking know. But, yeah, to go, you're old. It's like, no shit. You're playing a Pokemon game. You're old. Eh? I know. I underestimated it. I'm tattooed too, bruh. I got tattoos too. Tattoos. I don't think people, to be fair, you don't really see my arms a lot unless I'm like, Mate, I remember saying, yeah, I'll get it in 500 easily. And then I was like, okay, maybe 1,000. And now we're pushing nearly 4K. The QR code is for Throne. Oh my god, is this... Old man, did I strike a nerve? You know what? You remind me so much of someone I work with that it wouldn't surprise me if you are that person. So basically, it's like a wish list thing, and people, if they want to, can obviously purchase stuff, which would then be sent out to me. But yeah. Which I probably think would be better in terms of that, because with... I only recently made it, but because YouTube took 30... They take 30% of every super chat. You know what I mean? So, ideally, it's probably easier to... Oh, shit. Purchase something than it is to... Not saying that I don't appreciate the super chats and stuff. It's just... Yeah. It kind of sucks when YouTube take nearly half of it. So, basically, they take 30... They take £30 for every £100, basically. So if you think if someone sent £500, for example, I would lose 150 of that. Yeah. Well, I suppose it's their platform, isn't it? You know what I mean? So I use their platform. They claim something. I've never noticed the impact it has until, obviously, recently. You know what I mean? Are you just taking words out of a hat and then just typing them? I feel like this person's got a cereal box and is just learning random words off the back of the cereal box and typing them in chat. Dusty, old, washed up like show nice. What the fuck? I gotta be honest, mate. You're entertaining. You are entertaining, but you don't make sense. I've always wanted to do YouTube. Very hard to get started, and people need to like the content you put. To be honest, you've got to go in with this perspective of knowing that no one's going to watch your stuff. Like, you have to. Like, I did that when I first started doing YouTube. Like, well, to be fair, I had my first channel. I got to 1,500 subs. Well, it was 1,346, something like that. And, I ain't got a clue who it is, but yeah, it's... I think some child got their dad's fucking iPhone or something. But, yeah, so basically, on the first channel I had 1,300 subs. I deleted the channel. I've been doing YouTube... but this channel's 6 years old. And I've been doing content creation for nearly 10 years. Yeah, so basically, this is how it worked out. I used to stream on Twitch for a good portion of time. I used to stream on Twitch quite a lot. And then I thought, well, why am I streaming on Twitch when nothing comes of it? So I thought, okay, I'll move over to YouTube and live stream on YouTube, post videos, record videos, etc. So I recorded a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh content, and I prayed to the gods. I was like, come on, man, give me something, show me a sign type thing. And Link Legacy of the Duelist got announced. So I thought, sick, a new Yu-Gi-Oh game that's going to be decent. So then, yeah, Legacy of the Duelist got announced. So I was covering that on my first channel. And then, was it Legacy? Yeah, it was. And then I deleted my channel. And then I think like a year later, me and my son's mum split up. And so I said, look, I'm going to start a new YouTube channel. No, that was the point. It was the start in the second channel. I was just like, come on, give me a sign. Give me something to work with. And they announced Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution. So I thought, sick. This is going to be fine. I'm just going to grind Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. And then obviously, eventually, when I started to live stream more, I got into Pokemon again. Did loads of Nuzlocke series and things like that. So now I've just kind of fluctuated between Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! For a while. And the thing is, the first channel, I used to think my content was crap, so I deleted my channel. And I was such a fool for doing that. Although, I say I was a fool for doing it, but at the same time, I wouldn't have this channel if I didn't delete it. You know, so I had Twitch, which I kind of moved over to YouTube, live stream from YouTube, make content on YouTube. I was scared to be monetized. I was scared of how taxes work. I was scared of an accountant. I was scared of all of that kind of stuff. And then I started a brand new channel, prayed to the gods that obviously I'd have a sign, and then Yu-Gi-Oh! Link Evolution got announced. So I kind of locked in on that. Played Pokemon occasionally as well. And then kind of just rode the wave, you know what I mean? Stuck to it. You know, this channel's 6 years, just recently turned 6 years. But yeah. Well, yeah. Well, the UK, you have to have an accountant to do your taxes, because technically it's classed as tax evasion, although you don't pay taxes. So if you earn over £1,000 within 1 year, you have to have an accountant to deal with your taxes. So as much as I might not pay taxes up until 10 grand threshold, because I'm full-time and I'm doing this part-time, they look at it as I work 2 jobs in a sense. But yeah. But because I don't earn enough on YouTube, I don't really pay any taxes, but I still need an accountant. Don't get me wrong, I do all my spreadsheets, I do all the purchases, I do all the sales and everything on there. And then I send that to them, wait for my P60, send that to them, and then they do all the fucking HMRC account, government shit. Council government shit. And then they get back to me saying, you know, you're entitled to this type of tax refund, you know, you owe this much in tax type thing. But yeah. So it's it is the way I view it is I think I'm scared of being successful on YouTube. I think I am. Like, I'm from a background where I wouldn't say we haven't had much money, but mum would work double jobs. You know, I'd be at my auntie's most of the time throughout the summer holiday. And then, you know, we didn't really play much consoles. If we did, it was maybe for a couple of hours a day. We had to go out and play most of the time. Mum was working 2 jobs. And I've come from a background where, you know, we didn't have much. I don't want to say we didn't have much. I wasn't poor. But, like, when my mum got with her ex-partner, I was spoiled, don't get me wrong. You know, I had all the latest gaming consoles and things like that, like every Christmas and whatnot. Yeah. And then, as I got older, I learned the value of money and saving money. And, you know, I tend to kind of work more towards saving money than spending money because I know how valuable it is. But anything I do make from this, I want back into this. So that way it's just a constant rolling ball kind of thing. But yeah. So you have to save them for the tax. But I do when I hit a certain point of when tax is needed. This is why I kind of try and keep some money aside and some money I put into Master the way I don't want to put any money into Master Duel now, because it's not my kind of main priority. If Pokemon Champions does well, I want to play Pokemon Champions on a more frequent basis. I want to play Pokemon, obviously, Shiny Hunting. I want to do Nuzlocke again. Or even attempt to play ROM hacks type thing. But, like, I'm taking it one day at a time. Like, look, we've been playing for nearly 3 weeks. This is our 3rd week of this Shiny Hunt. And we're only 3,500. We're literally doing 1,000 a week at this point. You know what I mean? So... But, yeah. This is why I'm so appreciative, obviously, of, like, donations and super chats and support on the channel, especially from Styx and everyone who's a member. Because, realistically, without you lot, this channel would be nothing. You know what I mean? And this is why it kind of agitates me a little when streamers treat their community like shit. You know what I mean? But yeah. That's the thing. And the thing is, even like Christiana Troth, they've been here for 5 years. They've been members for 5 years, you know what I mean? And same with Tyree. And I always remember the people that have supported the channel to get me to where I'm going, type thing. You know? And I think that kind of scares me a little. And, you know, we used to play games with members. We used to do other stuff. But it's just trying to find time. And I think that's... The only thing I care about doing YouTube full-time is the fact I get those extra 8 hours. So that way we can do more with our time, you know. So I could be like, okay, cool, you know. Today we're going to, for the first thing in the morning, I'll be available for these 4 hours. We can jump on, play, obviously, games together or whatever. And then I can have a proper schedule for when I'm streaming. Type thing, but yeah. It's a work in progress, you know, one day at a time. All I know is I'm moving forward. That's it. One step at a time, moving forward. And then whatever happens, happens. Well, just know, I'm here for a long time, you know. Old man Jenkins, as good old Money Ood would say. I appreciate that, Scouse. Thank you. But the thing is, as well, like, I'm very driven. I wouldn't say I'm business driven. I like taking on more than I should. You know, obviously, I want to grow this channel. Potentially my other channel that I stream on as well. I want to turn that into, obviously, just constant Pokemon Champions and uploads. I'd still live stream it here, but I'll take the clips from, obviously, the Twitch streams and edit them and then just bang them up as uploads. And just ride the wave on that shit. And then... I got my COD channel as well, where I want to be playing more of like Blackout 2 and, you know, multiplayer in terms of COD. But yet again, it's finding time, man. I keep saying, yeah, I'll record some videos later. And then I'm like, just done a 2-hour stream. I want some food. And once I've had some food, I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered. You know what I mean? But I love it because especially this, because one, I'm chilled as fuck right now. You know what I mean? When I play Master Duel, I was pissed off every single match, every single outcome type thing. Like, I get to chat with you lot more. I get to find out more about you lot. You know, I get to shiny hunt at Pokemon in the background. You know, it's just... It's refreshing, you know? It's refreshing than being mad at Yu-Gi-Oh! All the time. And, like, don't get me wrong. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! To pieces, of course. You know what I mean? But also, as well... The 3 core games I played as a kid was Dragon Ball, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! So that's all I really care to for this channel anyway. But yeah. I can't... Like, all my friends have quit COD, yeah. My cousin recently has obviously got back into COD. He enjoys Blackout too. And I love it. I genuinely love it. You know, and I love the fact I finally have someone playing COD alongside me, or whenever it's available. But, like, all my friends have quit COD. They're in the same mindset of, obviously, of what you are, how everyone thinks COD is rubbish since Modern Warfare 2, or even Black Ops 2 type thing. And I would probably say... I don't know what comes late. I think Black Ops 3 come after Advanced Warfare, but even still, I'd probably say Black Ops 3 there. Was probably the last best COD. But I've been in the COD scene for so long that I owe it to myself to try and grow a channel that's successful. Because I know I can do it. I know I can. You know, I've been playing COD since 2007, man. I was in school, and the thing is, I'm chasing this nostalgia. Like, if I was at a point where I had a successful YouTube COD channel, I feel like I'm convinced that I can bring back the old gang to play. But then I probably couldn't. But, you know, you don't want to mix up your audiences. You know what I mean? You don't want to have a Yu-Gi-Oh audience here, Pokemon audience there, like here, like kind of mixed up, and then COD here as well. You know what I mean? But like literally, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon Dragon Ball are going to be here, live streamed here anyway. You know, if Xenoverse 3 drops as well, we'll be smashing through that as well, because I think the Xenoverse games are fantastic. The only thing I pray for is crossplay. But as crossplay, it'll be perfect. You know, obviously, live streaming here, live streaming obviously on the other channel as well. We're basically, it's just going to be a live channel, really. But, you know, just in case people are like, they're not watching this type of stream and they're like at work or whatever and they're on an 8-hour shift and they're like, oh, I want to watch the stream. But they want to chill with it on their TV. So they can go to the other channel, watch it on their TV without it being vertical. You know what I mean? That's one of the main reasons why I live stream everything there as well. Adding to that, the COD channel as well. You know what I mean? I think the COD channel's kind of my little baby. It's not. I just got to commit to it, man. I've just got to keep grinding. But yeah, I'm currently spamming Seeker's deck to try and get the platinum. I don't even know what do you even have to do to get the platinum on Link Evolution, because I've already got it, I think. Found you through Yu-Gi-Oh, but stayed and supported because the vibe and how interactive you are. Appreciate that, soul, man. The thing is, I'm not quitting Yu-Gi-Oh, you know what I mean? I'm still going to play it, you know what I mean? Like I said, like you lot can request duels whenever you want in Discord, do you know what I mean? The thing is, if I can get to a point where we have a decent amount of people that obviously are available to duel, then I can kind of record them all and just compile them into one big episode. And I think that's the kind of main goal, is to post longer videos but less in the week. So like literally, if I could record for the whole week, you know, of all of the duels and all of the duels that we do, and then by the end of the week drop an episode on a Friday where it's just an hour compiled of our duels. I don't know if it would be better duel replaying it or doing it live reaction on the spot, but yeah. Well, that's what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm going to buy a Switch 2 soon anyway. But ideally, I want to get the shiny Charmander first, so that way I can save it and then just transfer my save to the Switch 2. But yeah. Complete everything in the game and do some other annoying little things as well. Oh, okay. To be honest, I was actually surprised. On Link Evolution, I was able to beat every single duel with Yugi's Ceremonial Duel deck. The one with King's Knight and the Egyptian gods. Bearing in mind, this is beating Link decks. This is beating, obviously, XZ decks, Utopia. I think the most frustrating one I remember was Yusei, because he had fucking Scrap Eye and Scarecrow, whatever it was called. I'll play Pokemon Pokepedia soon. It is actually on its way. You know, shout out to Styx again for purchasing that. Thank you, bro. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's rage-inducing at times. Oh yeah, 100%. Don't get me wrong. The thing is, if I ever get that competitive urge, then Yu-Gi-Oh would be the game I want to play. You know, I feel like Pokemon's quite chilled until I start getting into the VGC side of things. You know what I mean? And then that's when it will become a bit more of a challenge and difficult. But yeah. Oh yeah. The thing is, I see people get shinies at like maybe the 5 to 6 mark, and I'm hoping on one of them. personally. But yeah. The way we're moving through this, considering it's 4 o'clock now, I feel like we could... What have we done? About 100... It's like roughly 100 an hour, isn't it? I don't know if there's a way of me doing that a bit faster other than locking in and concentrating, but I'm quite chilled with the pace we're going at now. I just don't want to accidentally get distracted and then reset it on it being a shiny, and I'm like, oh my god! Yeah. That's what I've got to do, man. I've got to enter the summary and just stop and concentrate. Like, it will be exciting for when I do get that shiny, though. The thing I like as well, the nickname place isn't too far away either. Yeah, I'm still on Charmander. Right, so basically, based upon this shiny tracker, I started 16 days ago. But I've only done 3.5, so it's not as if it's like, you know, and every single shiny hunt has been on stream. So I'm not really hunting off camera or anything. I'm literally just hunting on stream. Which I don't know how people do it. I really don't. But it's enjoyable. I know I'm going to get it at some point or another. But I don't know when, though. Yeah. I keep looking over this side to... because I've been streaming on TikTok, yeah, it's so... second nature. Is it second nature? First nature? I don't freaking know. To look that way, to look at the TikTok chat. But because it's not there, it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. It's funny because I don't think there's actually anyone still shiny hunting now, there. I wouldn't say thousands, but it has been a lot, yes. You know, Styx has obviously helped me be able to put money towards a new Switch. Helped me bought Poketopia. You know, there's the new Yu-Gi-Oh set coming out as well. So hopefully, obviously, the money... It depends on what YouTube take, kind of thing. So as long as YouTube don't take fucking too much, I should be able to buy the new Yu-Gi-Oh sets as well for the channel. To be honest, yeah, Styx is going to give us a lot of content that we can do on the channel. Genuinely. And... yeah. I'm lost... there's nothing I can say to show how much I appreciate what Styx has done. You know what I mean? All I can say is I'm very blessed, I'm very fortunate, and I enjoy making content. We're both still hunting. What's Beluxe's shiny counter at? Appreciate that, Matchsticks. Thank you. I was talking to a few people at work today as well, and I was just like, someone said something. I can't remember what they come out with, and I said, I turned around and was just like, what did I come out with? I said, nah, I'd never let money get to my head. I said, like I was saying to you lot on stream as well, I will always remain humble. Like, at the end of the day, money would never change me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the thing with money, it can come and go so easily. And that's the thing. And I would rather remain humble and a decent person who can create content and have fun with it, you know, than be like some of these streamers you see, where they're fucking ungrateful for getting 60 grand a month or something, which is fucking diabolical. Like, I don't understand how they can be so ungrateful for the position they're in. But, you know, each to their own, I suppose. To be fair, matchsticks will get named after every single starter. In any Pokemon game we play, matchsticks is named after the starter. Got to keep the starter alive, you know what I mean? The thing is, I've got projects lined up for what I want to do. It's just, this Charmander just isn't appearing. You know what I mean? I'm just like, reveal. It would have been nice if he actually revealed himself there, but yeah. Reveal yourself, Shiny! That's the sad thing, man. See, I'm excited. Like, to be honest, I don't want all the money in the world. I don't. I want to live comfortably. I want to meet a lovely lady. I want to obviously have another. I want a daughter personally, but yeah, you know. Obviously, Ashton's getting older, man. It's 10 this year. It's 10 in August, and I'm just there like, maybe I am getting old. But nah, I'm in no rush. If I have another child, I have another child. If I don't, I don't. Ideally, I'm like I said before, I'm happy with my life. You know. That's the thing, though, man. Like, genuinely, like, I don't know where, like, I don't know how people forget where they came from when it comes to being YouTube, like, doing YouTube and that. It's just, it's crazy. That's what I started YouTube for, because I wanted a plaque. That's all I've ever wanted. Everything else is like an added bonus and things like that. But 100,000 sub plaque would just be... It'd make me feel accomplished. Like, not that I haven't accomplished amazing things anyway, you know. I've raised an amazing son, you know. But, like, just... the grind towards a plaque would be... is what I do it for. You know? But I love it, because my cousin was saying he wants to get into streaming, and I'm like, yes! A streaming buddy! You know? But yeah. But... I said to him, I said, look, if you're going to stream, you have to stream on YouTube. You have to do vertical, man. Vertical is the way forward on a small channel, man. You got to ride the wave with that. I said streaming on Twitch is like a waste of time unless you're going to edit it down, post it, and then obviously promote it and shit like that. But ideally, vertical streaming is like the best thing you can do for streaming. Bashful. Bashy. What's everyone's plans for today anyway? You lot got much planned? Tell you what, my neighbour's got... to be honest, I'm starting to question whether he actually knows it's causing that much of a racket, because... when I was listening to this wall here, it has the exact same thing, so I think it might not even be. I think it might be a, I think it might be in, a piping issue or something. Off today, shiny hunting in all the mons. Nice, nice. Do you play the Switch games as well, or just all the mons? So far, I've got Pokemon Renegade Platinum. They've just released Platinum Kaizo as well. Which is probably going to be crazy. But yeah. I think because it's released today, I do want to get on Platinum Kaizo to see if I can, you know, see if I can brush off these rusty old bones. But yeah. Watching Ray Donovan on Prime, and I'll play Pocopia when stream is finished. Nice, nice. I got a shiny Charmander after 4,296. Oh my god, I swear to god, if you're that, I love it when people tell me a number where I'm really close to it, because if that is the case, oh man, if I can get it in 4,290, I'll be happy. Oh. I think what I might do is, I don't want to kill the momentum of the stream either, so I don't know whether to. I don't know. I'll figure something out. Initially, obviously, I was just going to play through this, trying to hunt all the Pokemon. But then I'm thinking, what if we add a little mini-series into the mix as well? So, like, we do Shiny Hunt Charmander, do a, let's say, Renegade Platinum stream. And then... Because I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh's okay, but I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh offers much in terms of, like, excitement. You know? Because you've got the Duelist Cup, which is great, but if you want to grind to level 20, that's fine. But ideally, I don't really give monkeys about it. You know what I mean? The only thing I'm there for is the gems. I played Switch for a while, just don't want to buy the Switch 2. All the mons... I'll have to check out all the mons. As well. Oh no. See, if I reset over my shiny, I would think I would cry. I genuinely think I would cry. That scares me, man. But the problem is, I think I've got to give it like a 5-second window where I do not thingy. You know, I remember when people were in chat saying, oh yeah, by the way, you've just skipped over shiny. I'm like, no, I haven't. Stop lying to me. But it's when you zone out, though. You know what I mean? Oh, 100% I'm quitting. Mate, I ain't even going to finish the game. I ain't even going to play it. I'd quit the game for 3 months. Hell, I'd quit Pokemon altogether. No, I wouldn't quit Pokemon altogether. But like, yeah, I'd be gutted. I'd come back because I've got this kind of annoying drive. But I'd shiny hunt a different Pokemon this time. I'd be like, fuck it, we'll go for Squirtle. I'll go for Squirtle. Although, really, I genuinely really like Bulbasaur shiny. I know there's not much. It's just a brighter green, but like. The more I keep seeing these shinies, yeah, the more I come to realize how good they actually are. Like, but yeah, Gen 2. Gen 2 Cyndaquil. God, get me in there. Get me in there, man. Argyle Soul Silver would be just perfect. I'm shiny hunting Eevee now. I'm probably going to go Nidoran. Yeah, Nidoran's going to be our next shiny. Adamant Nature comes up loads, man. And it's the nature we want. Because when we get Slash and things like that, Adamant Nature's going to be perfect for it. But yeah, you know. Male or female? Initially, I wanted female. But now, I don't really mind. I want to see it shine. Shining! Yeah, I just want it to sparkle on me. But I think... I reckon we could probably push... Shiny Garchomp should have been black, man. Or like... a grey. Like a shark type thing. Oh, Magikarp's on the list as well. Oh, male or female? I want Nidoking. Nidoking, man. Shiny Nidoking is just chef's kiss, baby. It's going to be funny because I'm used to playing randomizers as well, so when we come to find items, it's going to be like escape rope and antidote and shit like that. But yeah. Ideally, my team would consist of Charizard, Nidoking, Charizard. Nidoking. I want to say Pidgey. I wouldn't mind a shiny Pidgey. I really wouldn't mind a shiny Pidgey. But yeah. So, like, I've got Gyarados, Nidoking, Charizard, Pidgeot, maybe. If I get shiny Eevee, I wouldn't evolve it. I suppose Dratini wouldn't be too bad for a Dragonite. Thing is, the only ones I really care about, like, I'm not too fussed by, like, what we get, but you got to think, we've got a lot of shinies, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know Fearo's better for Drill Peck and that, but, like, Pidgeot's always been in the team. Oh, to be fair, oh, no. Caterpie is normally... The thing is, all of my shiny Pokemon that I want are in the first part of the game, anyway. But the problem is, I have to find a shiny before every gym. So, if I catch a shiny Nidoran, then I suppose we can take on Brock. But it's not a Nuzlocke, so we can still fight and lose type thing. But yeah, mate, I could not do a shiny Nuzlocke. Hell no. If I did, I wouldn't release my Pokemon. I'd let them sit in the box until Champions comes. Yeah, but I'd wait until Pokemon Home comes and then transfer Eevee over. But to be honest, I've always liked Blue's team, man. I looked at the odds for a shiny Pikachu, yeah, in Meridian Forest, and it's like 1 in 166,000. Something like that. Mate, it's wild. It's genuinely crazy. Yeah. I think... The thing is, I was comparing this shiny hunting similar to, obviously, the Call of Duty Prestige. Like, every 1,000 is a Prestige. So, obviously, when you get to the first 100 to 200, you're a bit like, oh, God, this is long. But once you hit 400... don't get me wrong, in a randomizer Nuzlocke, it's not too bad. But, yeah, it's just... meh. But, yeah. See, I'm heavily debating whether or not to start saving towards the new Xbox, the Helix Xbox. Just because of the fact they're bringing all the old classic... If they genuinely bring back all the old classic Xbox games, yeah. I will hands down buy it. I will get it. I'll save as much money as I can, and I'll invest in it. Because... I know, don't get me wrong, I know the original Xbox can play, like, certain ones, but if we have the full catalogue of every single Xbox original game, every Xbox 360 game, I'm happy. Although, I probably won't play half of them again. But yeah, I don't know. Oak's begging me to leave his lab. The thing is, like, I don't have an interest in the PlayStation console. Don't get me wrong, I think it's pretty decent in terms of the games it has. But I just don't have an interest in it. Like, don't get me wrong, Spider-Man does look good. Obviously, the latest installment, I haven't played it yet. Wolverine looks fantastic as well. And I'm just like, but the thing is, I just don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I have access to the games that I want to play. But, yeah. Like, Crimson Desert looks fantastic, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I just can't commit that type of time to a game. Especially, like, streaming 2 hours a night. Mate, I would never finish that game. It'd take me about 60 years. Oh, man. Like, I think my ideal length of game is probably 15 hours, maybe. Yeah, I haven't played it. Trove keeps asking me to play it, but I just haven't had a chance to play it. You know what I mean? Is the Steam Deck even any good? I can't say I'd get it. I just can't see myself playing handheld gaming. You know what I mean? Like, I can't remember the last time I've sat on the sofa and played a game in handheld mode. Like properly, like a proper full game. Like, obviously, I haven't done a story game off stream since Liza P, and that's when I first moved into the flat. And that. But yeah. Ugh. Absolutely shared. Slowly falling asleep. I love it because my energy fluctuates as well. Like, 1 minute I'm like really tired, and the next minute I'm bursting with energy, and the next minute I'm drifting again. Let's face it, I've asked you to play a lot of games over the years. To be fair, so many people have asked me to play so many games. You know what I mean? Like, Nath wants me to play Overwatch, and it's just time. It's time. Everything is time. You know what I mean? Like, it's very difficult to keep up with, you know, the stuff you're trying to achieve as well as play with everyone. It's very difficult. Where if I would rather have it where I keep a collective happy over singular people happy. You know what I mean? You know, Nathan knows where I am if he ever wants to play. You know what I mean? He could be like, yo, what are you doing later? Do you want to jump on Overwatch? But he doesn't. You know? I'll be like, well, I'll let you know. I probably won't. But he could ask, you know. I could be like, look, I will see what I can do. Don't get me wrong, Overwatch is a fun game. You know, I'm a Widowmaker. I've only actually played as Widowmaker. But yeah, it's the thing is, the Switch 2 offers me so much more I can do with the community as well, man. Like, you know, we can have multi-room battles, we can do Dynamax adventures, you know, we can do Pokemon Unite, maybe. Obviously, I'm not completely ruling it out. I'm not turning my back on Yu-Gi-Oh, but yeah. That Blastoise would be sick. Or, could you imagine if you could obviously... Oh, imagine if they one day just go, like, especially in Champions, they introduced... You know how Unite has skins? Nah, I'm not resetting a new trainer ID. I'm too deep in for that. I'm too deep in for that, man. I'm nearly 4,000 deep. No way. But, my brain, I don't even know what it just shut off. Yeah, imagine if they obviously had Pokemon Unite, yeah, and they introduced this. I know Pokemon Unite has skins, but imagine they just turned around and gave us the skin of the Pokemon movie, you know, with the patterns. That'd be pretty sick. Pretty sick. You know, when they were cloned. I always find it funny, yeah, that, like, you had the Pokemon being cloned, and then in the old classic Pokemon games, you used to be able to dupe your Pokemon out of the PC. Which is kind of funny, but yeah. I need to finish Pokemon Snap. I don't think I actually ever finished it. Problem is, I haven't finished most games, man. I suck at playing games. I really do. Especially story games. Just, it's not that I don't like playing them, it's just, time. Everything comes down to time. You know what I mean? Did you see that thing where they were talking about Pokemon and having 5 regions in it? And they're basically saying something about 5 regions and it being open world. And I was saying, what would make it good is if the Pokemon encounters were completely random. So that way, everyone's playthrough was completely different to the other person. So I could run onto the Route 1, and then there's a Cypher level 66. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people would hate it, but it would be no different than what Elden Ring is with that boss at the beginning, you know? So I feel like it'd be cool to run onto Route 1, and then you got some Pokemon that are level 66, you got some Pokemon level 2, level 5, and level 8, like, and the levels fluctuate. So, like, I could be like, right, guys, I'm going to start my playthrough here, blah, 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 you know. And then we run into the forest, and then a Camerupt appears. And we're like, whoa, 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 what the fuck? And then we'd know to avoid it. Because, mate, we know Camerupt's going to be in its mid-30s, maybe 40s. So we're going to be like, right, we'll avoid that. And then, like, you've got a couple of Nummels running around. I'm pretty sure... I suppose there were assigned locations, though, in Pokemon Arceus and that, weren't they? And Scarlet and Violet. But if it was completely random, it'd be sick. Like, imagine you know... Let's say they did it like Scarlet and Violet, where you could run over and try catch a Pokemon, and then you're walking through the forest, Route 1, a Charizard appears, and you're like, oh my god. And then you try and catch it. You know you're massively underleveled, but you avoid the fight, but you're just trying to throw balls at it for the sake of it, just to see if you can catch it. Obviously, it wouldn't obey you, but, like, it'd be sick to be like, yo, I caught a Charizard on Route 1. Elden Ring Pokemon would be sick. But isn't that kind of what ZA was supposed to be, though? You know, although ZA had this day-night cycle where it's competing. Because we had, like, the I don't even know what they're called. The big Mega Pokemon. Are they called... Are the bosses still called Megas? I only beat one Pokemon, and I can't remember what it was that I fought against. But yeah. But Elden... Oh, mate, an Elden Ring Pokemon mod. Imagine that. That'd be good. Yo. You're fighting a freaking Kangaskhan and that, and it slowly builds up to, like, the most dominant Pokemon. Mewtwo being the final boss at the end. And Giovanni stood on the ledge. And it's like, whoa. Yeah, I didn't like Pokemon ZA. I still haven't finished it. I keep saying I'm going to finish it, but then I haven't bothered to play it. I just find it very boring. I think the battling mechanics is cool, but ideally the story itself, it's a bit like, okay, I'll battle these trainers, and it's annoying because I think it might be the one Pokemon game I've chose not to finish, just because I can't be bothered. It's annoying because I want to enjoy the game. Like, obviously, I want to get the Charizard and... Oh, not Charizard. I want to get the Raichu, you know, variants. X and Y, Z and Y, whatever the heck you want to call them. But yeah. Finally just hit 4K. 3 to 4K was a drag for me. I kind of... feel what you mean. I do. Because I feel kind of the same in a weird way. I'm like, oh man, this is taking quite a while, isn't it? But then again, I look on the positive side. We're going to get the shiny eventually. But I think whenever you pass the 500 point, you start thinking that your encounters go slow. You know what I mean? So, ideally, like, it's 4:30 now, yeah? So, roughly, I reckon... I could probably push another 38, maybe. If not... Yeah. I'm shattered today, though. So I've ordered one of those Yu-Gi-Oh boxes, pack things, and it's being delivered as we speak. Well, it's not being delivered as we speak, but I think it's been pushed out into transit. So expect pack. Oh my god, I'm super excited. I might just be like, yo, mum, can I borrow your phone for a hot minute? Like, and just have that record my face, and then have my camera record thingy, and then I'll edit it on CapCut or something. But yeah. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't want to click start new game. I stream normally 3 till 5, but tomorrow there won't. There might be a stream. It'd be later in the day though. Might be. I don't want to say yes or no. I got my son's parents' evening, which I know is just gonna breeze, man. We'll walk in. They're like, Ashton's a blessing to have in the class. You know, he's well behaved. He tries his best, and I'm like, high five, brother. Bang. And they're like, you know. To be honest, I think that's what they say about most kids anyway. You know what I mean? Because if he was a disturbance, they're gonna ring this. They're gonna ring us. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's at like 4 o'clock, I think. Let me double check. It's literally 10 minutes. Autistic's not a bad thing, you know what I mean? Not saying that you're saying it's a bad thing, but yeah. They just view things differently, you know? I think the thing that I always find amazing is the fact that we are all born into this world, and like 1 in 1 billion or whatever the fucking sperm count is, and then we all have an individual mindset of what we want to be and how like our paths in life change and differentiate. I'm a lover of the butterfly effect. I am. How one choice or outcome can change the potential direction of your life. You know what I mean? Like if you do YouTube and you decide to quit YouTube, and then, you know, do you ever live with that regret 5 years on? And that's the thing, what motivates me. I cannot allow myself to feel any sort of regret. Like, I view it as like a personal diary or kind of thing. And that's one of the main reasons why I stream everything on the other channel as well. So that way, if I ever want to go back to watch it with Ashton and be like, yo, look, Dad played this a long time ago, do you want to watch it? Or, you know, it's like a diary as such. But yeah, I view it as a gaming diary. Well, that's going to sit through 50 hours of me resetting a Charmander, but yeah. Oh, yeah. Mate, our paths are hand out. You know what I mean? The way you got to view it now is you're out of prison, you're free. You know, we all learn from situations we go through in life. You know, I've learned a lot as well, even myself. Yeah. But yeah, we don't judge. We don't judge here, man. End of the day, we're all on our own little journey. You know what I mean? See, if anything happened to my son, I'd probably end up in prison. I'd have to play it out smart. I couldn't just go guns blazing, see red. I'd have to plan it out quite strategically. You know, make sure he's okay, see how he feels, and then, you know. And then, once he's okay, unleash it all. But yeah, God forbid anything bad ever happens, you know what I mean? Touch wood. Ooh. See, that's the good thing. You're looking at the positives as well. I have recently started to try and view things in a more positive way. Because I was very negative for ages. I'd view things. I used to think the world was against me. I used to feel like shit all the time. You know, and where now it's like I try to be like, well, I'm still breathing. I'm alive. You know what I mean? But yeah. All we can do is learn from the past, you know, and make our future better. Without sounding too cheesy. But yeah. The thing is, it's good. Like, it's always nice when people obviously have been able to come out and obviously, you know, you've got something to look forward to. Like, obviously, if I ever end up with someone and I end up having another child, pray to God it's a daughter. But then again, I don't know if I want a daughter in this type of world. I don't know. But I think I enjoyed raising my own son. Well, obviously, I say my own son, but yeah. I've enjoyed raising, obviously, my son that much that I just don't think having another child would ever compete on that type of level. But then again, I haven't had another child, so I can't really comment on that. You know what I mean? Apparently the DLC for ZA, I didn't even realize you obviously wrote that comment. But yeah, apparently the DLC for ZA was not that great. Apparently it was like massively disappointing. I think the way they approached it was a bit shitty as well. Do you not think it's crazy? Yeah, this is where shit makes me feel old. Yeah. So I started playing Call of Duty in 2007. Yeah, which is roughly 19, nearly 20 years ago. Yeah, I played Pokemon from the very early Pokemon game release. For the very first Pokemon release, sorry, should I say. You know, and I can't help but think in my head that if my parents, my mum and that, had made the decision not to buy me Pokemon, and my auntie decided not to buy me Pokemon cards, and my auntie decided not to record videos of Pokemon on tape because we didn't have TV. We had tapes. And, you know, it makes me wonder if I would have even enjoyed Pokemon. Or would I have come across Pokemon at a later age or something? You know what I mean? And everything is mapped out. Like, the way certain... And this is where I love the world, because I think it's such a fucking cool concept. Like, where you could meet someone... You can find something on common ground. I'm 32, I'm 33 next week. But yeah. I'm 33, I think it's on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Goddamn Wednesday. What did you nearly watch that made you think of me? Lion King, Nightmare Before Christmas, Goldfish, Revolver, Training Day, Gone in 60 Seconds, Face Off, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. No, I don't have the shiny. That's why I'm still in Oak's lab. I know. I'm one of those people that are going to stay here for the rest of my life. No. My mum did ask me. She goes, oh, you know, do you want anything for your birthday? I said, not really. I'm quite content. You know, I'm happy with, obviously, the way my life is. I don't really need anything. I've got everything I need. You know. I'm on literally 3,600 now. You know, I'm quite content. But I think I'm in work Wednesday. So I'll go into work. I finish at 10. Probably go out for some lunch with my mum. Because we normally go out for my birthday. And then, hopefully, apparently Champions might be releasing on the 25th as well. So if that is the case, we should have the Switch 2 by then. And we should have Pokemon Champions. So if it is the case, I might have to spend a lot of time playing Pokemon Champions on my birthday and get as much content as I can record it. The thing is, it excites me. It does, because obviously I will content farm, like, kind of thing. I would literally stream for 3-4 hours and I would just spam uploads. Like, Pokemon Battle 1, upload, you know. The thing is, I like games where you can just kind of record it. Like, it's why I like Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. I can jump into a duel with someone, have the duel, and then post a video up on the channel. And if people want to see Tenpai versus Snake Eyes or whatever, then they can, you know. An unboxing of the Switch 2. To be honest, it hasn't crossed my mind, to be honest with you. But I want to introduce my mum to, obviously, gaming on the Switch as well. So once I have got the Switch 2, shout out to Sticks. Every time I mention Switch 2, man, Sticks' name's got to come up. You know what I mean? But yeah, obviously I want to introduce Mum to, because she wants to be able to play, she wants to fill the boredom, because if she wants to end up getting pipped, like, and being signed off work and things, she wants something to be able to do. So I said to her, I was just like, well, I can show you. Like, I can show you the games you could potentially get or buy or whatever. Or, you know, you can play some of the classic Mario games. Like, I would love to play Mario 64 again. Not Mario 64, Super Mario World. But yeah. But there's a lot. I'm actually surprised at how much there is that I actually like on the Switch. Yeah. Styx is a legend. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I think what I need to do next is get a memory card. Obviously, I'll get a memory card anyway, but yeah. I threw one on my throne thing anyway, but yeah. Thought, why not? To be fair, I might actually see if Mum wants to buy me a memory card. She might do. She might do. She might get stuck, but I think she'd enjoy it. But yeah. It's weird because I haven't asked my mum to get me anything in a long time. Like, genuinely a long time. You know. And it seems weird when she goes, oh, what, do you want anything for your birthday? Because she tends to buy something for my birthday from, obviously, Ashton. But yeah. The thing is, I like, when it comes to my son, I like stuff being made. Yeah, I have Super Mario 3D All-Stars. But honestly, I love stuff being made from Ashton. Like, you know, he went on holiday with his mum like nearly 2 years ago. And they got me this, they got me a bracelet, but I don't really like wearing bracelets or like rings or anything. I tend to wear I used to wear a gold chain and have my rings on my gold chain. But yeah, I've got a little bracelet that I put on my ankle now, where it says Daddy on it. But honestly, the fact it's lasted as long as it has, it's been nearly 2 years, it's crazy. I don't take it off ever. Ever. Always on. Adamant nature again. Adamant keeps coming up. Like, I beg of thee, do not give me fucking lonely or something. Lonely. I am Mr. Lonely. I have nobody on my own. If we're trying to do 200 a night, what do we start on? 3-5 we were, weren't we? Was it 3-5 or 3-4? I actually can't remember. Nah, there's no way I've only done 100 in 2 hours. There's no way. Oh, mate, this is when you know it's bad. My eyes are zoning out. They're not zoning out, but you know when you get the blurred vision for where you're just staring into a stance. Going into a stance. Yeah. Ideally. Nah, I need to keep my fingers productive somehow, you know what I mean? Oh, okay. Cool. Ow. Yeah, I think I need to go back to what I was doing before. I click summary, click this, and then reset the game. So form that as a regular routine, potentially. Was meant to be watching the football tonight, but my dad can't get cover, so we're not going. Can't get cover? Oh, like cover for work. What football match were you going to go watch? You don't think it's crazy, yeah? I was just trying to think about this, you know. If, on a super chat front, if you get 300, you lose £90 of it. That's actually insane, you know, thinking about it. Damn. Damn. I tell you what, I didn't realise that, like, the more you earn, the more you... Obviously, I knew the more you earn, the more you lose anyway, but, like, yeah. Honestly, I just want to be able to name this Pokemon after Sticks, you know what I mean? But the shiny's not fucking coming, mate. I don't know. I'm not sure. I just didn't realise that they took such a big portion. I say big portion, but then again, yeah, lose 180, yeah. But then I suppose at least YouTube deal with that kind of thing. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't really thought much into it. I was sat here just thinking about it, like. But yeah. But the thing is, it's still a lot of money, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, even if you obviously... let's say you earned £1,000, yeah? And YouTube only took 300 of that. You still got 700. It's still quite a big portion amount. You know what I mean? But the thing is, I think Twitch takes like 60% or something. I don't even know what Twitch takes. Let me have a look. So I don't really I don't really care too much about Twitch side. How much does Twitch take from subs? Oh, 50% cut. But if you are a partner plus, you get the 70-30 split. But then again, you may as well just do YouTube and get a standard monetization. 50% cut is crazy, man. Consider, mate, you know what? I'm surprised YouTube doesn't take more because it offers more exposure. With Twitch, the fact there's not much exposure when it comes to content creating there. Yeah, I would have thought they would have took less and then YouTube would have took more, but look, touch wood, I ain't jinxing it, you know what I mean? 30%'s fine by me. But when you put it in the perspective of what Twitch takes, it's like you earn £1,000, you lose 500. That's crazy, man. I'm surprised there isn't more YouTubers, if I'm being completely honest. Actually, wow. It's a lot. What's everyone's plans for this afternoon anyway? You lot got much planned? Adamant nature. Yeah, YouTube's owned by Google. I have left my home, arrived at the lab, and that is all I've done for the last 16 days. Nah, it's all good. We vibing. To be honest, I just want to be out of the fucking Oaks lab, personally. The second I'm out of Oaks lab, man, I'll be fine. I'll be fine, you know what I mean? I'm going to make some food. I don't know what I want, though, because I'm not massively hungry, but I think it's because I'm kind of preoccupied with this. I wish that person would turn their fucking fan off, though. But then again, I can't knock because it might not be their fan. It might just be the pipe work or whatever. Yeah. I will... Oh, mate, you say chicken and chips and a can of Coke. It makes you think of a takeaway, man. I ain't gonna lie, you've got me in the mood for a takeaway now. Adamant nature again. Adamant is there. It's 100% coming, but the shiny's just not. But yeah. Oh, mate, I could do with a nice takeaway. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Every time I think of takeaway, I think of going to my mum's and then ordering a takeaway in there. But then... No. No. It's annoying because I got burgers. And I might just make a burger. Maybe. Burger and chips. I played Balatro once and then I was just like, yeah. Tell you what, I need to start traveling to new places, man. Like Liverpool, Newcastle, the lot, because I haven't been there once in my life. But the funny thing is, it's the same with London. Like I can't say I've actually ever been London. I think I've been in London once, but like, I wasn't even in London for a long time. It was literally a drive down there and a drive back. You know what I mean? Balatro's okay. It's more of like a poker game. I'm addicted to the grind. I'm addicted to the grind. I'm addicted to the... Man, I always get excited, like, yes, shiny. But then when you look at the number you're on, it seems quite... I fancy a nice greasy kebab, but I'm not paid till tomorrow. The problem with kebabs, they're expensive, man. They're like £11. And like, they don't hit the same way they used to when you were a kid. Like, every time I hear kebab, I think of my old childhood. I think about my childhood of going to my cousins on a Saturday night, getting a movie in, and ordering a kebab. Like, I genuinely... It's so funny because, like, I used to stay... It's weird because me and my cousin Rich, yeah, we still feel really fucking young. And, like, back when we were kids, we used to stay at each other's houses. You know, and that's obviously where I used to go to have takeaways and whatnot. But like, I was an early bird though. Oh, I'm a really big early bird. You know what I mean? If I became a full-time streamer, I would have to. How do I word this? My brain's blanked. I don't even know what I was talking about. Man, my brain is so bad. Like, I could have a full-blown conversation and forget what the hell I was going to say. But I watched all the Twilight films the other day. To be fair, as much as the Twilight movies get a bit of shit, I think they're a pretty good franchise, you know? Mate, I don't even meet my friends that are here. You know what I mean? Like, my life is committed to YouTube. It really is. The YouTube grind forever. Oh, I don't. I don't know, actually. I eat better than I used to. I used to eat a lot of shit, but yeah. I've lost a lot of weight over the course of last year, but not as much weight as I want to lose. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm like massively obese, fat type thing, but yeah, like, but I'm also not the size I want to be. Adamant! Adamant! Adamant nature. Adamant nature. There's a nature. I've always loved vampires, man. Every Halloween I'd go as Dracula. Every single time, Dracula. Every day. I love it. I love my fangs as well, man. I always go back to this story when I used to do Taekwondo. There was this person. There was this girl that I was working alongside, and she kept asking, she goes, "Are your teeth fake?" And I was like, "Fake? What the?" No. She started with, "Are they real?" And I'm like, "Is what real?" She goes, "Your teeth." And I was just like, "Yeah, they are real." She was like, "Oh, you had them sharpened?" I'm like, "What?" But no. She goes, "Every time you smile, you can see your fangs." You know what I mean? I love them. I love my fangs, man. I love my fangs. I don't know what it is. There's something about, like, sharp fangs that is kind of sexy to me. Someone just stabbed me. Right, we'll go for 10 more and then we'll wrap up at 36.50. God, this shiny hunt is not going to end, is it? We might have to do one where... Give me my goddamn shiny! 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 Where's my goddamn shiny? Wait, I can't remember if we added one or not. But yeah, it's fine. 3,642. Imagine it actually came up shiny. Oh my god, everyone! Unbelievable. It's so funny, yeah, like, because we've spoken about how I'm gonna react when it comes to shiny hunting. And to be fair, the woman who plays Bonnie, yeah, is very attractive. You know what I mean? But then again, I always like Klaus as well. To be fair, all of them are fucking, you know. Ian Somerhalder. That guy's got some fucking crazy eyes, man. But Klaus, all I remember is him going, "Boy," that's his dad, weren't it? Boy. I went for a phaser, I just started going, "Boy, where are you going?" But yeah. Mate, I tell you what, if I have to be honest, if I have to stay at my mum's on the weekend with Ashton or whatever, then I think I'll probably start watching Vampire Diaries again from start. But yeah. It's annoying you can't tell with the reveal instead of actually picking, it's the same. Oh, yeah. The thing is, I think the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I don't know if you can. Do you have to encounter the Pokemon with the Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, or is it? Because I know in Heart Gold, Soul Silver you can do it on selecting, can't you? Mate, honestly, they could give me up to the 5th gen, I'll be happy. I'll be gassed. Ashton received the squad. I wonder how many times my ally has, well, rival has had a shiny. I reckon it's probably had more shinies than I have. I wouldn't mind a co-op Pokemon game, man, like of this style. I haven't played a God of War game since PSP. Yeah, they can get a shiny as well. At one point when I was doing this shiny hunt, yeah, I was saying, yeah, you know, we'll do it. We'll go into the battle. I want to see it sparkle when I throw the Pokeball out. And now I'm like, we ain't ever considering that as an option ever again. I just want to be like, I know for a fact when it reveals itself, I'm going to be gassed. I'm going to be so fucking happy. I know I am. But I'm just like, please, will you show yourself one time? Oh, it'd be freaking amazing though, man. Can you imagine, like, if it, like, come up with a different text or, like, when he selected it, it sparkled. That is very true. Every reset is one step closer to the shiny hunt. Has anyone ever played Renegade Platinum? Is it hard? I'm gonna lie, I want to watch the rest of the second season of One Piece as well. One Piece. I haven't watched Mobland yet. I've watched Tulsa King. I've watched Mayor of Kingstown. I think I'm 2nd episode in of the new season. Yeah. I would have started to watch it earlier yesterday, but yeah, completely forgot. Yeah. I haven't watched Yellowstone either. Isn't Yellowstone the one where they've got like 5 different series now as well? You'll get it on your 5,122nd encounter. Oh, cool, Billy. I appreciate that, mate. I'm hoping that might be the case. I'm hoping to get it between 4 and 5k. You know. But yeah. Then what scares me is the fact that it might take me 12,000. I think it's crazy that some people can be on 12,000 resets, man. Oh yeah, Tom Hardy's an amazing actor. The only downside, all the like decent actors are now getting old. as well, which kind of sucks. Like, I can't really tell you. Don't get me wrong, McKenna Grace, I think she's an absolutely beautiful woman. You know, she seems like she's got that personality that everyone would love to be around and drawn to. You know. But yeah. But I can't really tell you any other actors. Trying to think of young actors. I suppose you still got Tom Holland and that. You know what I mean? And Zendaya and whatnot. But I'm going to be honest, yeah. As much as The Greatest Showman, apparently he wasn't a fucking nice person to like the people that were in the circus. I really enjoyed The Greatest Showman. The one song where they were at the bar with Zac Efron and Hugh Jackman. That song, mate, you get that in the car, mate, I'm vibing. Sweeney Todd. Sweeney Todd's got to be up there, one of my favourite films as well. Big up Johnny Depp. The thing is, I think I just like his name, Tim Burton movies. You know, I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I enjoy Sweeney Todd. But yeah, I suppose Wednesday's good in its own way. I wouldn't say it's one of my favourite things to watch, but Les Mis is a fucking long movie though, man. It's like 3 and a bit hours long. Isn't Interstellar the one with Matthew McConaughey? I watched Interstellar on the flight to New York. You know, the crazy thing is you don't realise how far New York is until you've watched through a 3-hour movie and realise you still have time to watch 2 more movies. I think it's a 9-hour flight, man. I went through 3 movies that flight. And I would never forget, man. Right, I had an old lady next to me. I feel bad for the poor dear. You know, she was obviously, she couldn't find a sick bag and she was sick all in her own handbag because the flight missed the landing and it had to fling itself back round to come back in for a second land. And she was sick all in her handbag. Me, I got up out my seat, started to walk, felt lightheaded, nearly collapsed on the floor. They had to give me a can of Coke, like a fizzy drink. Fuck knows what happened. I think I just slept too heavy and my body just blood rushed, you know. But yeah, I couldn't imagine a 14-hour flight out of Aussie, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest, yeah. I do think Dark Knight movie was good, but I feel like it would have been better if Scarecrow had a bigger role. Like, if you've ever played the Arkham games, the Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, whatever, Scarecrow was showcased so fucking well. And if we can get Scarecrow with his hallucinations, obviously, in that kind of same situation again, but on the big screen, I'd be happy, mate. I'd be happy. Love it. I love Scarecrow, man. Scarecrow is probably one of my favourite DC characters. I think it's such a fucking cool character. I know it's fear toxin and stuff like that, but to be fair, the Arkham games are peak. You know what I mean? They're so freaking good. But then also, I gotta, you know, I know a lot of people didn't enjoy the. Have you noticed? Yeah, obviously, same topic, same discussion, kind of jumping, but I got to admit, Robert Pattinson's Batman movie wasn't bad. I really enjoyed it. Joker was really good as well, with Joaquin Phoenix. I don't know. I thought it was good. Like, even the thing is, it wasn't a case of dealing with his parents dying all over again and things like that. It was literally straight into him being Batman off the bat, and it was all about him basically playing around and figuring out Riddler. And I loved it. I thought it was sick because I'm pretty sure they showcased Scarecrow in that, didn't they? But yeah, they need Alan Richardson to play Batman. I know he wants to, but it's crazy, yeah. When you watch Alan Richardson in his like old movies and stuff, and how skinny he was, and then like he went into Titans as what was he? Falcon? No. Oh, fuck, I can't remember who he played as. Shit. Hawk. And then he went into Reacher. Do you think? I don't think he's on roids at all. Like, you can tell when someone's on roids, man. Spotty as fuck. You know what I mean? Sweating left, right, mate. We had one bloke in the gym. You know. And genuinely... Oh, I don't know. I can't imagine he would roid personally, but yeah. 3,700, I'll get it. Hopefully. Oh, was he? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I'll have a Google later. No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying. I just didn't think he'd be on it. But yeah. I feel like the whole point of being on steroids contradicts the point of being in the gym. You know what I mean? Just, it doesn't seem to make any sense. But yeah, Reacher, the size of him in Reacher, man. I was saying to Mum, I said, Mum, I think if I went gym, yeah, if I went gym, I worked out and grew my facial hair out a bit, I think I'd look like Alan Richardson. Fucking hell. Oh shit, I double clicked. At this rate, we may as well go for 3,700. I wish I could commit to gym. I really do. But I'm going to be honest, I haven't watched much of the Peaky Blinders show. I think I got like 8 episodes into first season and haven't watched it since. Same with Breaking Bad. Like, you got people... I remember when I first shaved my hair and they were calling me fucking... What's his name? On the tip of my tongue. Can't remember. Yeah. Mate, I don't know why my brain's just Oh, Walter White. Yeah, that's the one. And literally, my brain was just saying Hank. It was saying Hank from Malcolm in the Middle. But gym only worked out well for me when I was working as a tradie. The thing is, it's not that I can't go gym. You know what I mean? I don't have to go a couple of days a week and that. I can go straight after work. But, yeah. Nah. Mate, I've been called loads since I've shaved my hair, man. I got called, when I was at the work Christmas party, Tone, I got called, Agent 47. Oh, God. It's funny. Problem is, my diet's shit. And the thing is, what's the point going gym if you got a shit diet? You know what I mean? Like, I don't eat shit. I eat well. But also, I don't eat the right kind of well type thing. If that makes any sense. Like, I'll eat chicken breast and stuff like that. But also, yeah. $16 kg. But I tell you what, my brother's losing weight. Don't know how, but he's losing weight. I think it's just because he's cut out the shit. I'm always hungry though, man. There's not a point where I'm not hungry. Like, I could do chicken and rice tonight and I'd still be like, you know what? I fancy some more food. I always find it funny, like, when it comes to, like, alcohol and smoking and stuff like that, man, because at one point I was doing it all the time. But now I'm like, bottles of water, cups of tea. That's all I have. Oh, yeah. Right, let's see. Your package is now with the courier. What's the date today? Oh. Yeah. And what else is there? I've got 3 parcels on the way. Yeah, yeah. Still on the grind. Grind don't stop. Mid. Did I say I was going to stop at 75? Okay. Nah. I'd pick up the Switch 2 from Curry's or something. I will. That way I've got insurance in case things, you know, go dodgy with it. I've got a clothes order. I've got Pokopia, you know, Shoutout sticks. Then we've got the Yu-Gi-Oh set, you know, the one with the overframes. But yeah. Ah, mate, sticks is the GOAT, genuinely. So literally, we've got the overframe set coming. Oh, mate, I'm excited. I can't wait to break that open, man. Like, to be honest, if I could pull full arts, I'll be happy. If I could pull... wait, what? Oh, 7 Deadly Sins is available now as well. Oh, it's available on Steam. I might have to give it a go. I don't think I'm going to commit to playing it, but... I could give it a go, I suppose. Yeah. On the Steam machine? What do you mean the Steam machine? As in like the handheld console thing? JJ, I hope so. I really do hope that Charmander hits soon. So... Oh, I don't know. I haven't had a look at it, to be honest. I don't know whether to get... Well, I probably won't get that anyway. You know what I mean? But, like, I think I would probably hold out for Helix, the new Xbox system, if anything. No. $1,700, man. Fuck that. I've only just managed to scrape the money together to buy a Switch 2. Let alone fucking a cube PC. It's a Japanese set. It's only in Japanese. There's no English because it's the OCG. But I want to get... Obviously, I've ordered the Heroes one. I want to order the Evil one. The Villains one. When that's available as well. So... Yeah, boy. The thing as well, what's difficult is because ideally, if I can wait out till April the 5th, then I'll buy a Switch 2 then. Because then that way it's the new financial year and I can add it to the new tax year. Where obviously YouTube don't pay me until April the 25th. So I could kind of, yeah. So I think that's the only downside. You kind of all the super chats and stuff. You get them a month after. So it's like, yeah. So ideally, I've got to wait until April 5th for the new financial year to start to write it off because if I buy it now, then obviously I write it on this year's tax, which it would be. If I write it off as this year's tax, then when I get paid in April, it would be like 600, which I would have nothing for that year. Well, unless I decide to spend it on everything else, or because if I use my credit card, which I don't particularly want to use, I could buy it and then just clear it off in April. But the only downside to that is I would have to write that I've had, like, let's say hypothetically I've made £600 for the month of March to be paid in April. Then it still shows that I've made £600 for the month, although I'm sending £400 back to myself. So yeah, it's so difficult. It depends when well, the thing is, yeah, this is the good thing about obviously reinvesting in myself, is the fact because I'm reinvesting it into the business, I can write it off as a business investment, like Scouse just said. But it has to be like, honestly, I can't wait to hold it. It looks smooth. It looks so like clean as well. But the screen's massive. From what I've seen, it looks massive. Yeah. But also as well is all the stuff that happens through Throne as well. I have to kind of claim on that as well. But I don't know how that works. But yeah. So basically, anything I receive from people, whether it's a super chat, whether it's a purchase of some kind, I have to put it down as technically being a business thing. But yeah. I can't wait. I honestly can't. I'm kind of excited. Honestly, I'm excited for I'm excited to get my hands on Thingamajig as well. Fire Emblem when it releases. Can't wait. So what I'll do is probably start saving money from April to go towards, obviously, future investments of the channel. Because I don't really want to be putting money back into Master Duel as such now. Like, if there's a bundle sale, then probably. But ideally, I don't really care about the competitive side of Master Duel now of reaching Master and that. I think I'd be the kind of person who just kind of jumps on Duels members and then jumps on Shiny Hunting and whatever. And then do like a Pokemon, do a Pokemon playthrough. But yeah, there's no set rules for the channel. It's just what you all enjoy. That's the main thing. But I think because I set the target as 409, I think it was, but I think that was in dollars. So really the target was set for like 300. And then because YouTube take their 30%, it's a lot less than what it would be. So I'm kind of like, oh, you know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah. It's all good. Like I was saying at work today, I said, you know, Sticks has helped out massively. Covered like 70%, 80% of the Switch 2. You know? And I'm very fortunate with that. So, obviously, I'll just play towards the rest. And then, yeah. Ideally, if I knew Throne was a thing, I would have had it purchased through Throne. And then it could have got delivered type thing. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. We'll eventually have one. You know what I mean? All the money will go into, obviously, the channel. Into a Switch 2. And everything. I gave up on the DC Cup. I drew into one monster and all spells 4 times in a row. Mate, honestly, I think the more you play it, the worse your RNG is. Because, mate, I've been jumping on, doing 1 duel maybe a night. 2 duels a night. And my hands have been absolutely perfect. And this is coming from the guy who has the worst luck possible. But yeah. Fucking ears well itchy, man. I'm just hoping that Pokemon Champions is not too pay to win. The thing is, like, I'm not too... Well, obviously, I am bothered by the algorithm when it comes to Arsenal, of course, but... If I run 5 cards at 1, I shouldn't pull 4 cards at 1 in my starting hand. And also add into that, they need a fucking... They need a casual, like, a proper casual mode, like, with different kind of regulations. I'm trying to think what it's called. I'm saying regulations like it's Pokemon, but you guys know what I mean. Yeah. But the thing is, Pokemon's very similar as well. You know what I mean? Pokemon TCG, you know, it's nice. You know what I mean? To be able to go with Mulligan or whatever. But also as well, you kind of need a star. Which, if I start investing back into Pokemon cards as well, I want to, ideally, the plan is to kind of... Obviously, I can only do so much anyway. So we'll get the Switch 2. Obviously, do Dynamax Adventures, do Pokemon battles and whatever. And ideally, I don't really want to... I ain't going to make a new channel for pack opening videos. I ain't going to do that. But at the same time... I think if I had enough money behind me to be able to be like, right, okay, I can do a box opening every week, then I'd probably do it. But you got to think, the box sets nowadays are like £100, man. Like fucking £400 a week if we were doing, well, a month we would be doing that. I was just like, nah. To be honest, I don't think he can mess with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a different kind of stream to what Pokemon is. You know what I mean? Pokemon is a collector's game where Yu-Gi-Oh! Is more of a... The ban list is constantly being updated, so... And there's constant reprints and things like... I think the only thing you can really kind of go crazy on is... You know, the stapled cards, which are like 1 of 100, 2 of 100, etc. Well, I've got Pokopia on the way, so I definitely am gonna... I've got it. You know, it's being delivered. Shout out Sticks. I'm always going to say his name because he is the person that, well, that kind of allowed us to open this can of worms, you know what I mean? Yeah. Thing is, there's not a card out there where you're going, oh yeah, I really want to pull this card in Pokemon, in Yu-Gi-Oh, you know what I mean? In Pokemon, it's a bit like, yeah, I really want to get Charizard. Yu-Gi-Oh, on the other hand, it's like, you know, yeah, I suppose Blue Eyes, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love Blue Eyes, but I would rather invest all my money into a Red Eyes set when it releases. They've got to give me my Red Eyes, man. They've got to. Still no. Alright, we'll go 3701. Well, we're nearly 3 hours deep. We've made some progress. Still no shiny at the moment. But, yeah. But on the upside, we are a couple of steps closer to a shiny Pokemon. Ideally, I think I'm going to get it between the 4 and 5 range. I really do. But yeah. Right. We will... Nah. I'm not a trainer person, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Nikes and... Nikes and that, but... Just... I've been wearing Adidas trainers recently, and I fucking hate them, man. Hate. There's something about Nike trainers that just fit perfectly for my feet. Adidas, yeah. 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 Right. We will go to 3705. And then we'll call it a night. To be honest, I only wear... I don't wear much branded stuff. The only things I wear that are branded are literally Nike trainers and Calvin Klein boxers. That is it. I don't wear anything else branded. Like this black t-shirt straight from Primark, mate. Being at Primani. But yeah. But honestly, they've got... The thing that kind of would bug me, though, is the fact that if... I've got a couple of different coloured t-shirts. I just look weird in them. To be honest, though, wearing a black jacket, which I've got, and a white t-shirt makes me look better. Yeah. Right, last one for the night, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. I'm gonna get myself some dinner sorted. Bang! No, nothing. Oh, actually, no. Wait. No, that would be 3704. This is 3705. Alright, this is the last one. Ladies and gents, it's been a pleasure as always. If you're enjoying the content, consider subscribing to the channel. But greatly appreciated. You guys are amazing. But yeah, alright, here we go. It's so funny, man, because I sit here and I think, oh, this isn't too bad. And I'm thinking, damn. Alright. That's it. Docile Charmander. Right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate the support on the channel. Sticks, I appreciate everything you have obviously, you know, offered me with the growth on this channel. You know, your name would be mentioned about 100 times in every stream. Anytime the word Switch, Pokopia, or anything comes up. But, yeah. Ladies in chat. Take care of yourselves. Have a pleasurable night. And I'll see you later. Take care of yourselves. Peace.